everybody. So we left very early this morning. It's now about 7:45. We left about 6:15, I think it was. And yeah, we left our little airs where actually we slept very well. The weather was kind to us. It was a beautiful evening. And we were a bit worried because there were loads of kids running around and they were shouting and screaming. And there was, I mean, so many people. It was really crowded in there by the time we went to sleep. But actually, when we went to bed about 9:45, it was not at all noisy, and yeah, it was very, very quiet, and I had not a bad night's sleep at all. And we're now on our way to the Viaduct du Millau, which is a beautiful Norman Foster bridge, which we're looking forward to seeing. So hopefully we'll do a little bit of videoing when we get there. So we're here at the Viaduct du Millau. This viaduct, I think, is about 2.5 kilometres long, according to the sign just down there. It was completed in 2004 and it's designed by the British architect Norman Foster. It was started in 2001 and actually finished 25 days ahead of schedule. As Roger said, you can tell there's not English people working on that then, can't you? But it's quite stunning, and the gorge itself is absolutely amazing. Absolutely beautiful. The gorge goes over the Tara River, and it's absolutely amazing. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work.
To make things right, I won't be coming back again the second time. Can't take it back. Everything you've done, you know youth is wasted on the young. We still don't know where we belong. Time will tell us where we went wrong. You know youth is wasted on the young. On the young.
So we've made our way down to the south of France, and as you can see from the sky, this is why we're here, because we just needed a little bit of sun. Unfortunately, it looks like this is going to deliver. So we've just come off the motorway for the last time, and we've got about 20 miles to go before we get to the campsite. We're going to go to a yellow village campsite, which is near Saint-Tropez Beach, about 2 miles from Saint-Tropez Beach. We've been there before and we love it there, so we're going to go there for a few days and try and get a bit of sun and a bit of R&R.
So this is the road to the beach that we take. 1.4 miles. It's very scenic. It's actually through vineyards, and it's off-road, no cars around, and it's a very easy way to get to the beach.
This morning we left the campsite and we thought we'd cycle to Gassin, which is a little Provencal village which we've been to before, and it's absolutely beautiful. And we're following our Satnav on the bike. Oh my goodness, what a mistake. It keeps trying to take us down people's private driveways with huge gates that we can't go down. We've now decided to try and take a cut across country, which has been quite hilly, but we knew it would be a hilly route anyway. But that's the joy of electric bikes, isn't it? But yeah, we don't really know what we're doing now. We're just lost, and she's now said she's lost her signal, so she's not helping us at all. So it doesn't really matter. We'll find our way back at some point. Amazing view behind us, which is of the bay of Saint-Tropez, and it's absolutely stunning. Yeah, beautiful view. Gorgeous daytime. We think they're the Ile d'Airs behind us as well. So I think that's how you say it. I don't know. So we've made it to Gassin, no thanks to the Satnav at all, which was absolutely rubbish. In the end, we just walked our bikes up a very steep bit without a path on it, really. And then we found the road that we were meant to be on. So we are here, fortunately, thanks to our sense of direction and the fact that we've been here before. And this is a little street in Gassin, absolutely beautiful. Typical little French village, actually. Beautiful little narrow alleyways. Yes, it's lovely. The town hall here was actually commissioned in 1584 with one room for a boys' school and a little bit of functionality for the mayor as well. And then it wasn't actually expanded until something like 1885 to include a girls' school as well. But it's still there, and it's very nice. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful little alleyway come street in this village. I love the plants along it, and it's beautifully shady as well. Must be a nightmare if you live here though.
Last time we were here, it was absolutely chucking it down.
Yes, it was. We went into the church, didn't we? For shelter. So we ordered 2 small beers, and the lady's just told us that her colleague poured 2 large beers. I hope you can't be drunk in charge of a bike. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's lovely. Very nice and cold. So we've just finished our beer, and we're now walking along what could only be described as Restaurant Alley, really. So there's lots of restaurants along this little bit of Gassin, and they're all offering lunchtime. We're just staggering around, all offering lunchtime food and that kind of thing. It's a beautiful sunny day, and there's not that many people around actually either, which is lovely. This is Ramatuelle. This is very close to us where we're camping. It's another typical French village. I love these narrow streets that they've got with all these beautiful plants. We have been in June before, and the bougainvillea has been absolutely amazing. But we're coming around into a little square here, and it's absolutely beautiful. Very typically French village. Don't walk into the Woolridge. No, you're going to walk into a plant pot.
Why not do?
So we both ordered beef with frites and salad, and it looks absolutely delicious, I have to say. Hopefully it will taste just as nice as it looks. We've just eaten our lunch. It was absolutely delicious. 72 euros, so it wasn't cheap, but it was absolutely delicious. Nicest food I've had in quite a long time. So yeah, that was definitely worth the money. This was the restaurant we chose quite randomly to go in for lunch into, which was delicious, I must say. And there's 3 or 4 cafes here and about 4 or 5 more down there. But apart from that, everything else is pretty quiet, I would say. The restaurant we were in was actually pretty crowded, considering it's a Friday lunchtime and it's now September. But if you come off the beaten track a tiny little bit, it's not crowded at all. There's hardly anybody else around. Everybody seems to be congregated in that central square. So we're inside the church in Ramatuelle now. It's absolutely beautiful in here. It's a Catholic church, but there's nobody else around, surprisingly. But the light in here is beautiful from the windows behind Roger. They're absolutely lovely. Very echoey, but also very evocative of worship and that kind of thing, I think. A typical Catholic church. Everything's very gold and ornate. Just got back from our bike ride. It was about 15 miles today, just over 15 miles.
Which doesn't actually sound that many.
It's not much, but we've also climbed about 1,600 feet today as well.
Which did seem a lot.
Yeah, I could feel that. I could feel that by the time we came back, to be honest. But electric bikes, it was relatively simple, wasn't it? Relatively easy.
Yeah.
No, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, and it's kind of nice getting to somewhere and thinking, actually, you don't need to use the van.
Yeah.
We can go out and find these local villages and other bits and pieces. So the plan is to go into Saint-Tropez later on in the week.
Yep.
Have a wander around there, see what that's all about.
Yep, definitely.
So we're now sitting back at the campsite.
This is our pitch. Henry's behind us here. When we arrived, we were given the choice of 3 or 4 different pitches. We only looked at 2, actually, didn't we?
We did.
And we decided this one would be good because it had a bit of sun and a bit of shade, and it's been perfect so far, hasn't it, for us?
It has, yes.
It's also far enough away. There's quite a lot of music and things here, isn't there?
It is an enormous campsite.
It is huge.
Not something we would normally choose, But the reason we've chosen this is because it's proximity to the beach, and as we said before, it's less than 1.5 miles from the beach, which is perfect. Most of it off-road, which is even better.
And they do have entertainment and things here in the evening, and it's very popular entertainment here in the evening. But it is incredibly loud, and we are far enough away now from that music that actually it's not too bad for us at all. We can hear it, but it's not disruptive. And last time when we were here, we were right next to it, and it was really disruptive, and we were in a tent.
Yes.
So it does make a heck of a difference, A, being in a camper van, and B, being so far away from it, I would say.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of nearly at the back of the campsite, aren't we, here?
Yes, we are.
Which is good.
Which is good, apart from it's a hell of a hill to get up from the start of the campsite, which is also where the swimming pool is.
Yeah.
So we actually had a wander down to the swimming pool yesterday. We've been there 3 nights now.
Yeah, I think so.
We had a wander down to the swimming pool yesterday afternoon, and it was absolutely packed. But today's the 1st of September. It's a Friday, and the campsite does seem to be getting a lot quieter.
It does.
Lots of people have left today, yesterday, and I imagine a lot more people will leave over the weekend as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, it goes into their mid-season bit on Monday, I think, doesn't it?
yes.
So the prices go down from Monday, and also things like the local shop, its hours change. So definitely a lot less people around from Monday. We're certainly hoping that anyway, aren't we?
Yes. And we're at the moment planning to be here till Tuesday. We'll wait and see. We might stay a bit longer, but the plan is to basically go through France a bit slower than we usually do. So
Yes.
we've travelled through France many a time, but normally it's as quickly as we could do.
It's at speed, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. So what we're going to hopefully do this time is just to see a bit of France. We've got 4 or 5 days to go back and just have a look at a bit of middle of France, which would be nice.
Yeah, the plan is to try and find some airs that we can go to, isn't it? And then maybe cycle around to some of the villages nearby.
Yeah, indeed.
We'll see what happens. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and send us a comment.